Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. The Federal Capital Territory Abuja on Wednesday witnessed the biggest protest against any sitting minister in Nigeria. The protest was against the minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, Wike. As a matter of fact, a coalition of over 10,000 indigenes of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja and civil society groups descended on the Federal Capital Territory Abuja on Wednesday, calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the National Assembly to demand for the resignation of Wike, former governor of Rivers State. It was the biggest protest of FCT indigenes in the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, demanding for the resignation of any minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja. Abuja had had so many ministers, but none had attracted the kind of protest that happened on Wednesday, calling for their resignation. Addressing the large gathering, the group's convener, Adamu Kabiru Matazu, characterized the former governor of Rivers State as callous, greedy, and selfish. He accused him of land grabbing and all kinds of maladministration, insisting that he does not deserve to be the minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, insisting that Wike is leading the Federal Capital Territory Abuja in the wrong direction. And they warned President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the behavior of Wike, according to them, has cast doubt on the sincerity of the administration, insisting that Wike does not have the comportment to be the minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja. They cited even the disagreement that Wike is having with the incumbent governor of Rivers State to show that he ought not to be the minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja. They insist that he had to go to sanitize the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, that he doesn't have the right frame of mind to be the minister of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, insisting that he had to go. Now, shortly after this protest on Wednesday, the next day there was another protest, this time in support of Wike. This group that came out, they also claimed to be indigenes of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja. They came under the banner of the Nigerian Patriotic Forum, which they claim is a forum of indigenous people of the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, led by Aliyu Sani, who also gathered his own group to protest at the National Assembly, saying that the allegation against Wike, that it was not true, that those who are demanding for Nyesom Wike's resignation that they got it wrong. They cited the reforms that Nyesom Wike had done, claiming that it is those who are against the reforms he had brought that are protesting. They dismissed the allegation that Nyesom Wike had embarked on land grabbing, saying that it is not true. Interestingly, when Nyesom Wike was launching the kickoff of construction of roads or resurfacing of roads in Asokoro area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike used that opportunity to talk about the protest against him. He said the protesters, that all he knows is that not everybody will be pleased about what he's doing in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. That what is important is for the majority of the people to be satisfied and not a few selfish people. And that a leader has to be courageous, have to take courageous decisions. And then he claimed that those who were protesting, who protested against him on Wednesday, that they were sponsored, that they have collected their money, they have done their protest, but he's going to continue with what he has to do to bring the reform in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. But the big question to ask, if the group that protested against Nyesom Wike were sponsored as he claimed, then who sponsored the group that protested in his favor on Thursday? Because the Nigerian Patriotic Front group protested in his favor. Who sponsored them? Since the ones that protested against him, he claimed that they were sponsored. Who sponsored his own protest? Or his own people, those who protested in his favor? They did it pro bono. They were not sponsored. They did it as patriotic Nigerians, while the other group that protested against him, they were unpatriotic. So what does Nyesom Wike mean by saying the one that protested against him was sponsored and was silent about the ones that protested in his favor? The truth be told, Nyesom Wike, the way he talks at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, as if he's still the governor of Rivers State, the way he talks in Rivers, is something that is going to have dire consequences on his stay in his job, because in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, he is a minister. In Rivers State, he was governor. These two things are entirely different. In Rivers, he could hire and fire. He could talk down on anybody. He could say anything. He can afford to act anyhow because he is the commander-in-chief or the chief security officer of the Rivers State government at the time. But for him to carry on the way he does, anytime he's on television, dismissing the complaint of Nigerians, there are so many Nigerians who are not happy with the administration because of the way he talks. making every Nigerian look like a fool, making every resident of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, who are bearing the brunt of their insensitive leadership, insensitive demolitions, as if those people have no brain. The way they talk about that every building must go, they are going to bring down every building without showing concern for the situation that the people are in Nigeria right now, but rather takes delight in demolition. That kind of insensitive behavior, insensitive statement is already losing a lot of sympathy for the administration. Already we know that the people of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, rejected President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He didn't even get any reasonable votes in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. For a government that came into power with the smallest amount of votes in Nigeria's history. Go and check the presidential election results. Since 1999, Tinubu was the least elected president of Nigeria in terms of votes. He got only barely 8.7 million votes. What they use in declaring. And these votes are largely believed to be padded. And over nearly 50 million Nigerians voted against his presidency. Because if you calculate the votes that Peter Obi got, Atiku got, and Kwankwaso got, they were almost double the amount of votes that INEC used in declaring Bola Ahmed Tinubu the winner of the election. So they ought to be sensitive to the cries of Nigerians, especially as their own policies of removing fuel subsidy without regard to the welfare of Nigerians, floating the naira without any regard to the consequences of it on the economy. And now Nigerians are suffering. And in the midst of it, you are demolishing their properties, you are demolishing everywhere, you are saying all kinds of things, and you are doing it all with impunity. So yes, Wike should watch it. This is Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. This is not Rivers State. He should be decorous when he talks about the people of Nigeria who lives in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. They are no fools. They are no fools. He should always know that he is not, because he's the FCT minister doesn't mean he's the wisest Nigerian. It's just by providence that he is there. It's just because of a reward for what he did for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for procuring victory, quote unquote, for Tinubu in Rivers State. Because how could you explain it? The BBC, in their tabulation of the result from Rivers State, showed that it was actually Peter Obi of the Labour Party that won. Independent tabulation by Premium Times also showed that it was Obi that won in Rivers State. But that vote was allocated and announced in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And Nyesom Wike claims credit for being the man who made it possible for Tinubu to win Rivers State. And he has been rewarded by being made the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. But he should realize that being an FCT minister is different from being the governor of Rivers State. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.